In many ways, the story of the dog's evolution took place like a skeleton and an elephant. A small creature that originated from an ancestor, giving a continuous increase of tens of trillions of years to offspring of a respectable size that we know and love today. But there are two major differences in this case. First, dogs are killers, and the evolution of sharks is a love story that involves not only dogs but also wildlife, bears, cats and mammals. Extinct, such as the crocodile and the mononite. And secondly, the evolution of dogs turned right about 15,000 years ago, when the first wolves were domesticated by humans. See Add Prehistoric Dog Photo Gallery. As archaeologists can tell, the first fruit-eating mammals evolved in the late Cretaceous, about 75 million years ago. Half-pound sea molestes lived high in trees, the most likely candidate. However, all carnivores today can trace their offspring back to slightly older animals, such as the Milky Way, about 55 million years or 10 million years later. Dinosaurs are extinct. Miachi's is far from a terrible killer. But this little rabbit ball is also used as a beast and animal. Before canids, creodonts, Sony chids and friends, modern dogs evolved from a line of fruit-eating mammals called canids, after the characteristic appearance of their teeth. Before and near canids, however, there was a rich family of bears, such as Amphicyon ids, bear dogs, written by Amphicyon, which seems to be more closely related to bears than dogs. History. Ichthytherium is the first of this group to live on land rather than in trees, and marsupial dogs of South America and Australia. Although dogs are less physically and behaviorally, these predators are not directly ancestral to modern dogs. Add more frightening than bears, dogs and marsupial dogs are bred with diamonds and crocodiles. The most famous well is Adenosca, the largest carnivorous rabbit that has ever lived, and the smaller and larger mounds. Strangely enough, everything is an orchid, an elephant, not a modern dog and cat, but a prehistoric whale. In contrast, procreation has no surviving offspring. The most notable members of this breed are the Hyenodon and the Sarcastodon, which have an attractive appearance, the former looking like a wolf and the latter looking like a bear. First beehive. Hesperocyon and backbone dog. Archaeologists agree that the late Eocene, about 40 to 35 million years ago, Hesperocyon was the direct ancestor to all subsequent organisms, and thus to Canis cells, which separated from the human family about 6 million years ago. This western dog is just about the size of a small fox, but its inner ear structure is characteristic of later dogs, and there is some evidence that it may have lived in a high-altitude community in the original. Wood or in a tunnel. Hesperocyon is well represented in fossil records. In fact, this is the most common mammal of prehistoric times in North America. Another group of early canids were borophagines, or bone-crushing dogs, equipped with jaws and teeth that were potentially suitable for hunting. Add squid Memomonon. The largest, most dangerous coconut is the burgundy and weighs 100 pounds. Other species include Tomarctus and earlier Ailurodon, which are moderately sized. We cannot say for sure, but there is some evidence that these bony dogs, which are restricted to North America, hunted or exploited in the same package as modern hyenas. First real dogs. Leptocyon, Eucyon and Jojo. This is a bit confusing. Shortly after Hesperocyon's appearance 40 million years ago, Leptocyon arrived at the scene not as a brother but as a second cousin. Leptocyon is the first true lizard, which it belongs to the canopy family of tribal families, but is a small and uncomplicated species no larger than the Hesperocyon. An immediate descendant of Leptocyon, Eucyon had a wealth of possessions to live in when Eurasia and South America were able to reach North America, first through the Bering Bridge and second by Central American discovery. In North America, about 6 million years ago, the people of the Eucyon evolved into the first members of the Canis dog breed that spread to these continents. But the tale does not end there. Although dogs, including the first dogs, continued to live in North America during the Pliocene, the first large packs of wolves evolved elsewhere and re-invaded North America shortly before. Add Pleistocene continues along the same Bering Bridge. The most famous wolf is the Joe elephant, Canis dirus, which evolved from an old wild dog that colonized both North and South America. By the way, Duff competed directly for the animals with the tiger, Merodon. The end of IP Sonal marked the rise of human civilization around the world. As far as we can tell, Great Wolf's first purgatory took place somewhere in Europe or Asia, anywhere from 30,000 to 15,000 years ago. After 40 million years of evolution, modern dogs have finally made their debut.